Has he been a way maker for you? Come on, Israel. Israel, has he been a way maker for you? He's been a way maker. Think about this. Let me show you how he's made a way. See, sometimes when we hear way maker, we seem to think of the Western sense of financial blessings and all these things. You simply waking up this morning showing that he made a way for you. It's a simple thing. But waking up this morning, man. Simply waking up. It's called the gift of life. Hallelujah. The breath that we breathe is a gift. The Most High decided that I still have work for you to do. Some of us are dealing with uncomfortableness, such as sickness or financial struggles or whatever your thing may be. All of us here have something different that we struggle with. Something different that we have challenges with. But simply knowing that you woke up this morning, your challenges shouldn't be able to overtake you if you simply think. Just sometimes go out in the morning when you get up and listen to the birds. They aren't worried about anything. It's a possibility that a storm could come. Birds ain't worried about it. If you pay attention to creation, creation will show you how in tune they are with Yah. We're his greatest creation and we're out of tune. Because we're so busy trying to figure out things our way. When the animals just be. They understand that their creator is going to provide for them. The seas don't pass the shoreline unless the Father tells it. I want every person in here, every morning you wake up, don't allow your situation that you're presently in, and I say that seriously, presently in, to cause you to make decisions for your tomorrow. Don't put more emphasis on your tomorrow and you lose sight of rejoicing in your present. Don't lose sight of that. Stay focused. Our worst enemy isn't Hasatan. It's ourselves. It's our carnality that tries to get us to figure things out. You say that you are Israel. You say that you trust. You say you serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Well, we have to think like we are. Not just be physically. Just to establish a presence. A wanting. Don't talk. Brother Mark. What do you want to say? Go see it.
Oh, Mr. Ramsey. I need to get out. Mr. Ramsey.
Oh, Ramsey. Okay. Ramsey got it. Come on, Mark. Ramsey got it. Stay focused. I try to make sure that I'm so in tune with the Father to where even when I put together a lesson, sometimes the Father has a way of shifting things sometimes. I know that terminology sometimes throws people off too. But the Father does what he wants. And he does it based off the needs of the people at that time. So I get my Bible and we're going to go through a different lesson. I have one plan. We're going to shift. Because I want to always be obedient to the Ruach HaKodesh. Amen. Amen. You may be seated. I promise the message is not going to be long. And we have some things afterwards that we want to attend to. Father, we thank you for your word. We thank you that you're all about to do in our lives. We thank you for all the things that you have done thus far. We thank you for never leaving us nor forsaking us. We thank you for being our provider. We thank you for keeping your promise to our forefather, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Father, let us so get to the point where we can walk before you as our forefather did, where you trust us, to the point where you can reveal secret things to us for the upcoming days. Not to make us conceited and arrogant, but that we may empower your people. Father, we pray these things in the name of your Son, Yahweh Mashiach, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ, we pray. Amen. All right, we're going to go to the book of Matthew, chapter number 5. I know this is a famous chapter for dealing with teaching that the law is not done away with. But I think the thing before we get to that point, Christ says something very important when dealing with the multitude. He always was a masterful teacher when it came down to teaching the congregation or teaching the community. Sometimes he would teach his disciples around the crowd. Other times he would teach them away from the crowd. So we have to make sure that we understand and get the very, very important things of the HaMashiach and the things that he said concerning us and concerning the time in which he was speaking. Matthew chapter number 5, and we're going to rest right there. Read for me, Brother Nelson, if you have it. Mark chapter number 5, we're going to start at verse number 1.
And seeing the multitudes, he went up into the mountain, a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Stop right there. So we see here, in Matthew chapter number 5, verse number 1, see the HaMashiach is talking to his disciples. There was a multitude that always followed him. Everywhere he goes, he was not distracted by the crowd. In fact, he would always love to try to get away from the crowd as much as possible. When many in our day and age run to the crowd, the HaMashiach run away from it. Because his purpose is not to appease the crowd. Sometimes you get to a place where people are chanting your name. Sometimes you get to a place where people revere you as a great teacher. Sometimes you get to a place where it seems to be that you're on the top level. Sometimes you become conceited and arrogant. Yes. He wasn't in this for making his name great. He was in this to empower you, that you may spread and present the gospel. The reason why we have the truth today is because he chose 12. He didn't need 12,000. He needed 20,000. He needed 12. Well, in fact, the 12 decided to stay because there were also other disciples. But the job that they felt was too hard and too difficult. Say, we can't receive that. Can any man follow that? He asked the 12 that stayed, are you going to leave? And Peter said, well, we're going to go. We've given up everything. The question is, have you given up everything? Think about it. Deep down inside. See, social media creates a platform for you to fool everybody. And everyone who can put on a persona that you've given up everything. I serve God. I have my CTs on. I have my fringes on. I have my head wrapped. It creates an avenue and a persona of looking righteous. But the question is deep down inside. Because the very people that I see that looks as though they have it right, many of them inbox me with struggles that they should be able to deal with on themselves. So the question is, how dedicated are you? That's the name of the message. Not only is it how dedicated are you, but are you blessed? Because your dedication should determine how blessed you are. That's the question. Read.
Blessed are the mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Stop right there. When was the last time you showed a family member mercy? Every day you ask God, Mashiach, show mercy upon my life. Are they not transitioning fast enough? It took you 20 years to come into the truth. Now you expect it to take 2 months. When was the last time have you showed mercy on him? This whole 20 years, because Messiah stayed in the gap with you while you was out smoking, drinking, sleeping around, putting everything before him. And yet he got in the furnace with you in your furnace of life and said, I'm going to rock with you because I see you're expecting in. How many family members have you decided to say, I'm going to rock with you? Or have you got to the place where you become too self-righteous? To where you isolated yourself. It's a different separation and isolation in 2 different things. We haven't learned the difference between separating and isolating.
Yeah.
Christ masterfully separated himself. The disciples masterfully separated themselves, but they walked too far away to where they couldn't reach somebody. Keep reading.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Elohim God.
Blessed are the pure in heart. Many of us need heart transplants. You know, your heart may be the very thing that keep you out of the kingdom. You run out of lists. Many of them run out of lists. I did this, I did this, I did this. I still follow this feast day. I follow this dog, this Shabbat. I did this, I follow this new moon. I follow this Sabbath. I follow this, I follow that. And you're going to say, get your heart. You didn't do it for me, you did it for yourself. You wanted to look righteous. You become an idol to yourself. And you begin to idolize the things. Many individuals' hearts is going to keep them out of Jerusalem. Don't let your heart deceive you. Don't let your heart, Israel, condemn you. I think we have to have a heart check, because the reason why many of us have to have a heart transplant is because we've allowed other people. Many times, this is the question, how much time have you put in communicating with the Most High? Or do you do drive-by prayers? You only talk to them when you go to work. You only talk to them when you get off work. You go to sleep because you're too tired because maybe you're working 2 or 3 jobs. All of these things to provide, you're driven by providing for yourself. And you miss the fact that your heart has deceived you into thinking that you're the only way out of your situation. Your provider is the one who gave you the situation.
That's right.
And yet now your heart is telling you, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, and do that. And at one time, you forgot, or you gave him a drive-by. But you don't want him to give you a drive-by. Listen, you don't want him to do a drive-by and not answering you when you need him. But you want him to be dedicated to your situation. Check your heart, Israel. Is it about claiming you're Israel, or is it about living like you're
That's
Israel?
right. That's right. That's right.
Go ahead and read.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Elohim.
Blessed are the peacemakers. This is the thing that I love about my dad Israel, because he's a peacemaker. There are many other brothers who are peacemakers. There has to be a spirit on you of the Most High to want to make peace in every situation. Blessed are those who are peacemakers. By simply sometimes keeping your mouth closed and not addressing situations can bring peace to a situation. Not wanting to be able to get back. You know, that's how we are. We love getting that get back. Man, I can't let, no, man, he did this to me. No, come on, he said this to me. Sis did this. Respond, deal with the situation, but don't cause it to be conflict. Read.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for there is the kingdom of heaven.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. How are people talking about you?
Right.
Are they talking about you because you're doing the righteous thing? Or are they talking about you because you're causing more turmoil? When your family look at you, do they look at you for chaos? I don't want to go around. Every time they go around, they always cause the chaos. They cause the problem. They cause the risk. They cause all these things. Everybody, it's not that when people don't want to be around you, it's that you're so righteous. Some people don't want to be around you because they don't want to be like you. They don't want to end up coming into the truth and acting like you act. So they would rather stay away. No, I don't want to be like that. Keep reading.
Blessed are ye when men shall reveal you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake.
For my sake.
Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
The way you walk is what you cause people. See, it's not so, your walk is the greatest thing, the greatest witness than anything you can say out of your mouth. Because as soon as you start displaying and calling yourself a believer, people watch your walk. Make sure your walk is lined up with righteousness. Listen, you might as well hang it up. Get over it. People gonna talk about you.
Yeah.
People gonna call you crazy. They gonna say you're a cult. They gonna say all these things about you. Get over it. It's not gonna change. Okay? Accept the reality of what it is. You've made a choice. They can't see what you've seen yet. Some people will see it later, some people won't. You can't make nobody see anything. You can't make no one change. Stop trying to force people to change because you want them to change to have bragging rights. The Pharisees did that. They wanted converts to brag about it. Walk it. I promise you, Ruach fall upon you, cause you to change. In the time in which the Father has to change.
Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing.
Stop right there. We are the salt of the earth. We're supposed to be the salt of the earth. Think of what salt is used for. One of the main things salt used for is preservation, preserving things. In that day, in that time, it was a heavy commodity. Salt was used for a lot of things. They didn't have refrigerators and Ziploc bags. Salt was a very rich commodity, and it was used to preserve things. You are the salt of the earth. Your salt alone can preserve your mama from being destroyed. Your salt that you display, that you sprinkle when you go around people. Your hard-headed son that won't stay out of jail. The very reason why the Most High have been taking them out is maybe because of your salt. Preservation. Because you're interceding for him. Israel constantly opened over our forefathers, constantly opened over sin against Yahweh. And guess what? Every time he'll spare them, give them a chance. But he didn't do that for Moshe. Why? It's because Moshe didn't have anyone interceding for him. This is the reason why Moses got dealt with. No one was there to intercede for him, but he was always interceding for your forefathers. We need each other as a community.
Yes.
I need you interceding for me as well as I intercede for you. As a community, if we're going to be a community, we got to intercede for each other.
Hallelujah.
We have to hold each other accountable.
That's right.
Because one thing about it, there is a such thing as collective chastisement. But the Father will say, okay, you knew and you said nothing. You know you can deny Christ by keeping your mouth closed. When you know that your brother is doing something wrong, your sister doing something wrong, and you say nothing, here's the problem with what I have with a lot of things that we do as a community as Israel. We'll call out everybody else sin, but when it comes to ours, we don't want the public to know. You know that is respect of persons. The Father's not dealing in that lane. And if I know that and I know that you're doing something wrong and I say nothing about it, all for the sake of keeping Israel's name preserved, he's not preserving Israel because you Israel. He's preserving Israel because of the promise that he made with Abraham.
Hallelujah.
It ain't got nothing to do with you. And until we realize that and understand he's keeping a promise that he made with Abraham. And if it had not been for him not being a man that he should lie, and his word does not return to him void, we'll be wiped out. We'll be done. We will be done. Keep reading.
But to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Verse 14.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Start right there. You are the light of the world. These lights in here, when you look at all these lights in here, you don't confuse that with being darkness. You don't have different colored lights, you know, red lights and all this stuff. You don't confuse the light with being another color. It's a light. A room that's dark. One simple light in here. Not even all of the lights. Let's just say one bulb. One bulb can be a light into your path in a dark room. As small as your cell phone light is, when you walk into a dark room, the first thing that you do, if you can't find the light, you run right to that cell phone, hit that slide down, and hit that doggone light function. And it gives you, it helps you, guide you through darkness. Guide you to your destination that you're trying to get to. Something as small as that is so powerful and significant. Christ is saying, each one of you, if each one of you understood that you were the salt, if each one of you understood that you were the light, imagine how much impact we could have. But yet, we're saying we're light, but we're walking like we dark. talk as though we've already came in the kingdom. We was talking this morning sitting around the table, and we was talking about the very thing, how we talk. We say stuff like, them Gentiles over there. We say stuff like, them over there, them this, them that, as though we arrived. Last time I checked, you didn't even judge yet. Last time I checked, we still have issues.
Yes.
Last time I checked, other nations are still in rulership, and we're at the bottom. Last time I checked, Hamashiach ain't sitting on the throne, on the earth, in the new heaven and the new Jerusalem. Last time I checked, we still scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So my question to you is, Israel, and I was talking to them this morning, I threw out this term. I'll throw it out a little bit, just mess with theology, the doctrine a little bit. Technically, we're Gentiles. Oh, what you talking about? Let me explain to you how. I said that. He said that. He said, what do you mean? Do you know that Abraham wasn't a Hebrew Israelite? You know Noah wasn't a Hebrew Israelite? Adam wasn't a Hebrew Israelite? None of them were Hebrew Israelites. Israel came on the scene when Jacob was born. His name later became Israel, right? So how did Israel become a people? It's because God pulled Israel out of a people and created and made a people. The only reason why you're Israel is because of the name that you carry, to distinguish you from everybody else on the face of the earth. That's what makes you different. This is the reason why he'll kill you, just like he'll kill a Gentile. Because you become an enemy to Yah by how you live.
Yeah.
That's what makes you an enemy to him. I'm going to kill all these folks. Y'all ain't going into the promised land because why? You have to learn how to not be wicked. You have to learn how to not be wicked. I'm trying to get you to be an example to the world and be different from the world. You think you're different because your name. So let me prove to you that you're not different. I'm going to lead 5 or 6 other nations in the earth. And I'm going to see in the area of the promised land, and I'm going to see if you're going to do what I told you not to do. Are you going to mix with them? I told you not to do that. Are you going to worship the other God? I told you not to do that. I'm going to prove to you just how much of a Gentile you are, and that you have not arrived yet in being Israel in its totality of what I expect you to be. And guess what ended up happening? They started mixing with other nations. They did the very opposite. We should be proud. Yes, we Israel. I'm not taking away from the name. I'm proud of my heritage and my culture and where I come from. But at the end of the day, I understand that me knowing that I'm Israel don't get me in the kingdom. Because it's probably going to be more of them making it than you. Why? Just look at something. We get back to the lesson. Look at the Gentiles, those who are waking up. You don't see them in any type of arguments and chaos, do you? Now, let's talk about Israel. A lot of the white brothers and sisters waking up, they saying, y'all Israel. I'm going to attach myself to Israel. They don't have no problem. They ain't arguing over feast days. They ain't arguing over the Sabbath and the true Sabbath. The things that when we argue about, they're not arguing about. They say, y'all Israel, y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to stop all this bickering.
Yeah.
Wake up. Do you know that you're the salt of the earth, you're the light of the world? The Father woke me up as a Gentile to tell you that. And yet, that's what we do. I don't know what you're talking about, Gentile, go sit down. Imagine if Balaam didn't listen to the donkey. The only reason why Balaam didn't get killed because the donkey had more sense than him. He bucking against, move, stupid beast. Got so to the point the donkey said, hey, bro, you don't see the things over there? I got more sense than you not to get killed, not to mess with y'all. So therefore, if you want to go, you're going to have to get off of me and you're going to have to walk your own self. You're going to walk your own self to death. I'm not going to play a part in you killing yourself and me. So therefore, I love my wife to life, but I'm not going to allow her to send me to hell. I love you, Israel. I do. But you're not going to get me in trouble with the Most High. I'd rather step back and strike the rock. Because if I know better and I strike the rock, it's going to be a rock. The question is, do you know better? Which side have you chosen? What light are you representing? There's two lights. Which one? You represent the sun, or you represent the moon. Both of them were created as lights.
Yes.
One controlled the night, the other one controlled the day.
Yes.
Will you be the sun, the one that brightens up the day, the one that causes life to spring forth, or will you be the one at night that evil loves to participate in? All the dirt goes on at night. Because evil loves the partnership of hiding. And so what we do is we created an environment of darkness amongst Israel for other wickedness to hide. But if you be the light, they can't hide. Hasatan partners with your flesh to take you down. Your flesh starts it out. You tag team Hasatan to take over. Keep reading.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Stop right there. Read that again.
Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Let your light be heard.
Let your light so shine before men.
No. Not shine.
Shine.
Heard.
Shine.
Heard.
Shine.
Talk.
Shine.
Gospel.
Shine.
Conversation.
Shine.
Post.
Shine.
Talk about it.
Shine.
Shine. Let your light be the demonstration.
That's right. That's good.
You know it takes works to turn the light on? Your works is going over to the light switch and flipping it. Because the light can't come on without you. Oh! You know, back in the day they had the clap on light. That still takes work. Because it takes your involvement in the light shining. It takes you being involved so the light can shine. He's preserved you as his work, as his handiwork, because man is relatable to man. Some people are only going to listen to you. Some people may not hear me. Their ears may not be assigned to my voice. They may be assigned to your voice. But if I understand that I'm a part of the body and understand how the salt works and how the light works, then therefore, if I can't reach somebody, I'll say, you. This is why we have to understand about letting the light shine. We have to do less talking and more walking. Let your walk be a demonstration to rich people. Stop giving them a reason and an excuse about the things that you say out of your mouth. Amen? You read it. We're almost done.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Say, think not
Think not
that I come to destroy,
that I have come to destroy,
but I come to fill it up.
but I come to fill it
Do
up.
you know when Christ came, he did opposite of what we know in Western culture as doing away with the law? And you know he actually, in fact, emphatically extended it and made it even more of a heavier situation on us to do? He didn't make it easy. Keep reading.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall it no wise pass from the law,
Okay, keep reading.
till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach man so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Okay.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Okay, here it is. Verse
For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees.
Stop right there. Except your righteousness exceed. That's not diminishing. Okay, keep reading.
Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Okay.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time,
Okay.
Thou shalt not kill,
Okay.
and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
Okay, stop right there. He said, I know you have heard, okay? I know you have heard, wait, verse 21,
Yes.
that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not murder. That's technically what the translation is supposed to be, okay? And whosoever shall murder shall be in danger of the judgment. But look what he says in verse number 22.
But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Stop right there. Look at how he teach, how masterfully he teaches. He takes them to the past. He said, this is what you was taught by men. But now that I've come, I'm going to put a spirit in you that was once on you. Now the spirit will be in you, so now you have a greater responsibility to actually walk this out. You heard that if you murder someone, but now I'm going to intensify that. I'm going to elevate it even more. If you angry with your brother,
Yes.
you ain't got to kill him. You have to murder him. You have to do no bodily harm to him. But if you're angry with your brother, keep reading.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
So if you angry with your brother unjustly, you fall in danger. Because everything is going to be brought into judgment. Good and bad. Keep reading, verse 23.
Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there remembrance that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
Stop right there. So he said, look, if you come to me in prayer about your brother, if your brother done you wrong, if you did your brother wrong, you ask for forgiveness, and you leave it there. You're supposed to leave it there when you come to me. But then when you leave from prayer, and you go back out still carrying it, still having an with your brother, I'm going to deal with you. Because you came to me to resolve your situation, but now you leave and go back into the community, and now you're still going to take matters into your own hands. Not physically, but within your heart. You still mad at your brother after you told him you forgive him. You still mad at your brother after you prayed about it and left it with me. So I'm going to deal with you because that seed that you still have in your heart will cause you to actually do something here that will manifest outwardly. All it takes is a situation plan at the card table or something.
Yeah.
That very thing that you had in your heart, that's been dormant laying there, you will kill him over the card game. Because you still had things in your heart against him. Keep reading.
Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence. till thou hast paid the uttermost fettering. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Okay.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath adultery with her already in his heart.
Why is he saying that? Because, one, as my brothers always, brother Mike always said, you ain't got your mind right now. So therefore, by getting your mind right and getting your act together, your heart should be in place. So now, I'm going to intensify, because what's in your heart is going to lead to action. It entered into David's heart first. When he saw Bathsheba, that's a fine black woman right there. It entered into his heart, and he acted on it. It was so wicked till he started plotting to cover it up. So here's what the Father had to do. He got to expose you.
Yeah.
Stop from killing you. Because if I don't expose you, you're going to end up causing more damage. So guess what he does? He sends a prophet or someone that ain't even in the same time. Gives him an interpretation of or talking about a dream. And he says, you know what I'm talking about. Knowing there is no way this brother could have known. But he did that to make sure. See, David, you done fell off track. You done lost your way. Your heart done deceived you. And now you're trying to cover it up. You done got the woman pregnant. You done put her husband on the front line to be killed. You're trying to cover it up, do all this other stuff. You can't lead nobody like that. You can't lead a nation like that. We can't lead a nation or lead people when we deal with stuff like this now. Got dark hearts. You can't lead people like that. We can't wake nobody up like that. We'll eventually wake them up to being like we are. And the Father can't have that. That's why I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Y'all keep on worrying about it. I'll raise up some folks that y'all ain't even, that y'all don't even think. I got some folks tucked off in the back. I'm giving y'all a chance to get it together. I got some folks tucked off in the back that you would least expect that I'm going to call. Right? He said, I take the foolish things of the world to find the wise, right? As much as y'all are talking about Kanye, how you know Kanye ain't tucked off in the back? I'm just giving y'all an analogy of how the Father works. We think we got him down pat. We think we done mastered him. We know his in and out. And he said, I'll take the foolish things of the world to find the wise. I would take a Kim Kardashian and make her an evangelist. I'll take a Kanye West and bring him in the truth, and he'll reach more people. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to be envious of him. You'll be envious of him. We have to understand that this is about advancing his kingdom and reaching people. We have an opportunity of waking up and knowing who we are as Israel, to the point to where we have a great responsibility. And he will not allow any of us to get in his way to stop his kingdom from advancing. His purpose is wanting to make sure that everybody has an opportunity. And therefore, when judgment time comes, no one would have an excuse that they didn't have an opportunity to hear. So if you want to get in his way, go ahead. He'll move you right on out the way, and he'll choose someone that you least expect. That's what I keep telling these brothers and sisters about these young cats that's running up in the liquor stores and shooting people, gang banging and stuff. They don't care. Imagine if they was in the truth, they had the spirit. With that I don't care attitude. See, we love the comfortability of being in a place around each other. Them brothers, they like, look, just give me an assignment. Well, you gonna leave me well on the corner? You want me to run up in the well? I run up in there. But they run up in there with the right spirit. Let's finish.
And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For if it's profitable for thee that one thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell.
All right then. Brothers and sisters, I just want y'all to understand that this is a very serious walk. It's nothing to play with. And I think that as we continue to grow and examine ourselves and understand our dedication to the Father, each one of us have an opportunity, or each one of us have a responsibility to be obedient to what the Father said. And we have to make sure that we're growing spiritually, so that way when times do come, there are going to be some difficult times. And there's going to be some times where education ain't going to be able to help you. It's going to be some times when you're going to have to make sure that your spirit man is right. We all say we'll die for the Father. Will you? When the opportunity comes, will you? I keep telling people all the time, the more you keep saying it, you're going to have your opportunity. To prove it. Many people will give up. Not a father. If someone got a gun to get 3-month-old in. It's a whole lot of people. Do you trust the Father in that moment? Or would you give it all up? About you yourself. When in the Middle East getting beheaded, or in Southeast or Northeast Africa, shall I say. A whole lot of people getting gunned down, blowed up, head chopped off. You're in America. But they ain't doing that openly. Different way, maybe by guns or police or whatever, but it's still not to that level yet. The question is Israel, have you fortified your spirit enough to where when the times do come that's different? How long can you stand the screams of your child when they ain't ate? How long will you be able to stand? That's the question. These are things we have to think about. These are things we have to pray about. You spend more time studying in the brain. There has to be a balance. Because if you can't deal with the things on your job, you won't definitely be able to deal with some real things. Let us pray. Dear Eternal Father, we thank you for your word. Thank you for shifting and moving, having your way. We just ask you to not let this word remain here when we leave. Let it resonate in our hearts. We may understand that we are the salt of the earth. We are the light of the world. We thank you for keeping your promise. We know that your Son came and he shall come again. Let our hearts not fool us or bring us into a dark place that we've arrived. Let us remain vigilant. Let us remain focused. Let us declare with your truth of righteousness, of your Torah, of your grace, and the acceptance of your Savior, of your Son, our Savior. Father, we thank you and we pray these things as the collective of the congregation of Israel. We pray. Amen.
Amen.
At this time,
We want to move forward in our presentation or whatnot. I thank all of you for coming out. It's truly a blessing to see you all. But I think that there's some things publicly need to be done. I've never been membership minded. I've always talked about community, things of that nature. And I've always believed that the Father will place things on your heart if it's His desire or His will, and it's in your spirit to be a part of Boom as a community officially. We've had several express that, trying to stay away from it intentionally. But I think it's come a time where these things have to happen where we're going. We still have to understand that we're a community. Not only that, there's something that I want to do as well, because I think that we have two great brothers and sisters who are here and need to be declared publicly for some things that the Father has called them in their lives to do. And so my thing is I see where many of you are going, and I want to make sure that I'm do the best that I can on my assignment to push you, to Koya, to come up here, yes, come up publicly, and I want them to come up, and so they are. Y'all know Mike. You know Mike. He's Mr. Fix Everything. I was listening. This is what I do. This is how I can be an asset to the community as a whole. All right. It just doesn't stop there. You may have family members or whoever, and I'm pretty sure Mike can deal with it from the practical side. You know, of course, you're Israel, so he's gonna deal with you from that side. But at the same time, we need brothers and sisters like that. So y'all want to have anything y'all want?
Yeah, just real fast, Shalom. Yeah, real fast, and not just on an aspect of helping marriages and relationships, but also just Israel as a whole. Like, that's one of my passions, is us to come together as a nation. I work real closely with majors here, and probably more, and I talk to a lot of people all throughout the Hebrew nation, but I know what he does on a very close level. I've watched it firsthand, and I know what his thing is, and I just saw him in the past, I guess, a month or so, just going through some frustration from the Hebrew community, and me being the problem solver and the mechanically minded person, I'm up there looking at it like it's a jet engine trying to fix it, and just we talked the past 2 or 3 days, man. We didn't talk for hours, just making sure I know where he's at, and just where I thought he was at and what he was doing was what he was doing, and his frustrations were understandable, but it just wasn't his calling to deal with those frustrations. His calling is exactly where he's at. And something I've learned from him is how to be more focused in my lane of where I'm at, and I begin to see growth, where I'm working at. So just working in your strength, figuring out, where your strength is, and using that towards, the Most High and His calling.
I was not expecting this today.
Yeah, man, put the camera on. She's serious comments.
But I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm humbled. I was not expecting this today at all. And Boom is a great congregation. Thank you, Pastor William Majors. You're doing a great work. Your congregation is awesome. We love fellowshipping with you guys. It's growing. It's growing. And so we just appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're very humble. So thank you.
All right, so come on, everybody. I want you to stretch your hand really quick to pray for them. Y'all stand right there for a second. All right. Just pray for them real quick. Father, we just thank you right now for this gift to the body. Father, we just ask you at this time to give them the wisdom when they're dealing with individuals, dealing with family, to be able to speak the word from your heart and not their own. Father, we just ask you to continue to bless them, bless their children, prosper them in health and strength and grace and mercy on their lives. Father, we just thank you right now for these things, and we pray these things in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. And we all say amen. Amen. This is my bodyguard, Mr. Reverend Sewell. He's the pastor of the church, if y'all haven't met him. He's standing back there in the back. But I love my brother. When I first started, he said, hey, look, come on, I know they should call it, come on, I want to be able to help you. And he just displayed that brotherly spirit, that fatherly spirit, all those things. I've been knowing him for a while, and I thank him. He supports us here at Boom, and it's been a blessing to be able to. I remember he spoke at the Passover, and he was like, I said, man, go on, man, stop playing. He wasn't there. He gave a powerful word at the Passover, man. A lot of brothers still talking about it, and it's a blessing. We had the balance that he came to. So he's very, I know Sister Sheba inquired, and I think Brother Debrew and his wife inquired. Is there anyone else that would like to come be a part? If you guys will come forward, if you want to come be a part of the community, come on, Sister Sheba. You've been inboxing me now. Don't be acting shy. Amen. Oh, man, we got some more. Wow. Yes. Y'all coming? Yeah, come on. Glory. Hallelujah. Glory to the Father. At this time, I want to do something. Reverend, come down for a second. We get one more. Mike, come in, Mike. You working the camera? Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. You know all well about being a part of the community. Sure, we say in Christian church members, whatnot. I would like for you, I know this on the spot, you didn't come, I didn't know you was coming. Give them the encouragement and speak to them what is it. It's for, I'll get my expectation, but I know you understand, you know my heart of being a part of a congregation.
Everybody say amen. 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 Yeah, you did put me, Johnny, on the spot.
You can have it.
Being a part of a congregation means that you are one. That's the first thing. You are one. The Bible says, let what God joined together, let no man pluck asunder. And it is a marriage. It's a marriage ceremony. It really is. You're family. You're in covenant together. And a family that prays together will stay together. Families fight, families fuss, families have disagreement, but families keep on loving each other. And the problem, I think, in this postmodern era is that we have a mindset that as we become a part of the community, become a part of a church, that we ought to be perfect and there ought to be no kind of friction within that community. It does come. We are brothers. Me and my brothers fight, but we still love each other. Are y'all understanding this? We fight, but we still love each other. We may not see eye to eye on some things, but we still love each other. And at the end of the day, love is greater than anything. And that's what Peter says. Love covers a multitude of what? Sins. And I would say to you guys,
Keep the faith. Continue to follow him as he followed Yeshua. Follow him as he followed Yeshua. Stay on your knees and pray without ceasing. Okay? That's what it takes. This guy here, this guy is going to give his all, but he can't do it by himself. That's why he needs the whole community to help him to carry forth what the Most High has called him to do. Are y'all with me? Yes.
All right. So speaking to the men about the expectations of being Israel, being a man of the Most High, if I could boil it down to one word, and I'm sure if any of y'all watch any of my videos, you hear me talk about this, is biblical masculinity. And understanding, learning what that is, what it is to be a biblical man, and not a man according to this I get whatever you want to call this society's expectation of being a man, and that's the main foundational piece of building a common unity, of building a nation. It's about our men being masculine, understanding what the expectation is, and of course the model of that is Yahushua, is Christ and his relationship to Israel. So if you're a husband, understanding how to deal with your wife. And then on the same note for the women, I had on my show last night, I had a sister on there, and she brought out a heavy point. She said she prepared herself for marriage by studying all the women of the Bible. So that's how she prepared herself, and they're in a very fruitful marriage. So. And like Major said, if y'all have any questions about stuff like that, I have been busy lately, but now everything's slowing back down. Feast day's over, so if y'all do need help or have any questions about anything, definitely contact me.
Thank you. Thank you. My expectation is for you to be totally sold out and dedicated to the Father. You have to understand that in a community, it's about individuals learning how to function together. There are going to be times where somebody may say something you don't like. That's not a cause for you to abandon ship. Just like in your house. You fall out, may run to another room, but you ain't going nowhere. It's the same thing. You guys already know I love you all with the love of Christ. And anything I can do for you in my power, I will. But it requires dedication. You have to be dedicated to one, the Father, to your prayer life. Your study life is already there. Now you have to learn how to live with what you know. Learn how to live with what you know. Grow spiritually. How do you get there? Making sure you sacrifice. The time that you will spend on a lot of other things, pull away from that and give it to the Father. That requires a steady prayer life. Not for yourself, but for others. But for others. If you're doing what the Father asked you to do, you're going to be blessed. So you don't have to spend a lot of time praying for yourself. Not saying don't pray for yourself, but understand that community is about being selfless. Amen? All right, come on, let's pray real quick. Father, we just thank you for this body. Thank you for these brothers and sisters who have to come and be a part of your congregation. Not a part of Boom. Boom is just a vehicle, it's just a place, but it's about your kingdom. They're joining your kingdom. And Father, we thank you for using us as instruments, as speakers, to display what you want in life. Father, mold their hearts. Father, from this day forth, allow them to lack nothing. Don't allow finances to be a distraction. Don't allow anything at this point after they leave here to be a distraction to cause them to get their mind off of you. Father, develop their mind. Father, visit them at night. Speak to them in every situation, from relationship, from the children, for others. Give them ideas that they may be able to present to the community and may be able to help to build your community. Yes. Father, we are placing you at the head as you are. We are the body. We are the body of Christ, and you are the head. And we're expecting an expectation of instructions from you. And Father, we thank you right now. In the name of your Son, Yeshua, HaMashiach, we pray. Amen. All right. So, I want to speak this over your life real quick. Great grace, great peace, great power be with you. Be with you. Great grace, great peace, great power be with your household. And just thank you. All right? So before we leave, we're going to get ready to get out of here. But before we leave, we want to make sure we get a picture with everyone and just be able to talk to you and whatnot. And we'll go from there. Thank you, Michael Israel, for your wisdom. Thank you, Sister Koya. Thank everybody for being here. The core of Boom, you guys have been so phenomenal behind the scenes. Sister Ellie and Brother Mark, Sister Shantae, all of y'all, the Ramseys, everyone that's kind of been there for the beginning, that support, we thank you. We thank everybody else for answering the call. Keep singing. Keep singing. You did a wonderful job.
You did. That was good.
All right. All hearts and minds are clear. I pray that you cannot eat without eating from the word of Yahweh. For man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh. I pray that you cannot drink without drinking from the living water that flows from Christ. Let the light that is within you shine bright outside of you. And remember, I got to do a 360. Remember to love one another so that the world may know that we serve the true and living Yahweh. Until next time, brothers and sisters, blessings to you all. Brother Mark, if you have your offering, Brother Mark has come around with the basket. Just lift your hand up and he'll take care of it. If you're doing cash out, you want to cash out, $, Boom Church. $, Boom Church.
This is the one I had. You see, he's baby then. It ain't like mine. Crazy. That's what's up, man.